Good morning, everyone. It's Tess, and today is tip 108. And today I'm going to talk about trading to be vulnerable and give yourself a chance to change. It'll open you up for change. We're all looking for making changes in our lives, and the weight loss journey is definitely a big one. And I think my hair's a little, I've been outside in the rain this morning, but our biggest obstacle, I think, when we're in the weight loss journey is that fear of the change, the fear of being vulnerable, and the fear of actually, hi Jessica, hi Johnny, good morning. So I think what I want to kind of talk about, good morning Dolly, good to see you. We were in group yesterday because I do small groups with DocV. And last night when we were in group, I kind of realized, and this is just something I have to keep reminding myself of too, is that there are certain parts of our life when something that we're doing isn't working, we do have to be vulnerable to open ourselves up for change. Because even in one of these articles, we become complacent and we don't make the changes we need fast enough because it's that fear of the unknown. It's the fear of, can we accomplish it? Can we do it? And so I kind of had some articles here where I was looking at fear of change and what you can do to try to make changes. And really kind of basically what it says is that you got to hit it head on. And you have to know that it might be uncomfortable. And it's even back to a lot of what we've talked about before. You're going to have to create new habits. That can be uncomfortable. It doesn't sit well or feel good with us. But that is exactly what I've had to do this past year to get past my 2-year weight loss stall. And I had to stand back, know that what I was doing wasn't getting me where I wanted to be, and I had to move forward. And I couldn't let fear of not knowing how to move forward stop me from moving forward. And I think, and I know I've said this before, but like right out of weight loss surgery, there's a certain set of rules for you. Weight loss before surgery had a certain set of rules. And I think where my problem is that I probably, because of fear of knowing what the next step was, I was complacent about making changes and adjusting faster. And I think that's what I want to do now in all areas of my life. I mean, there are areas even within the neighborhood that I'm going to address things, and I'm going to address them faster. And that is because situations get worse when you're complacent. I've had some issues with a neighbor, and I'm going to address them now. And I will address them because it doesn't help me or another person if you live in fear, anger, anxiety. You have to address things and you need to move forward. So I think the same is in our weight loss journey. We have to stop being complacent and fear that change, and we need to move forward. It will be uncomfortable. It will take you up to 90 days to make a new change. But I can tell you with all of my heart that the changes I've made in the past year have allowed me to lose nearly 40 pounds. And I'm totally comfortable right now knowing that I'm going to have to continue to make changes as I get closer and closer to goal weight. And I have to recognize faster when I become complacent because I am afraid of flipping that switch because I've become comfortable in what I've been doing, in the pattern that I've developed. And that complacency is a pattern. It's a pattern that we keep repeating, and we decide that we don't want to put the energy in, or we don't know what to do to move forward. And I think that's why I joined DocV and a lot of other groups in this past year, is because it's given me a network of tools to reach out to that support me as I make the changes to make lifelong changes, to make my life better every day. I see Jessica's on with Johnny this morning. And, you know, part of these changes are that I want to watch him grow up. My niece and nephew are homeowners now and buying cars. And I know that all of these changes and all of these people that are very important in my life are people that I want to be healthy for. And part of that being healthy means that I've had to make the changes faster. And that word complacency kind of hit me because if we're not changing, and we were kind of talking about this in my group with DocV last night, if we're not changing, It's because we've gotten comfortable with the habits we have and we think it's going to be too painful to change. And I know I've said before I was nearly a BMI of 60, and now, I mean, I'm 160 pounds down. My doctor's ecstatic, and in order to keep moving forward, I have to keep making changes. It's going to take my team of people. Like even in talking yesterday, I know that like the food changes. I continue to grow a garden, and I continue to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables and green smoothies. I actually put myself out here in a live environment to keep myself accountable. And it's so important, because what they're saying is that when you realize that you have kind of put yourself into a roadblock, that's when you got to address it right then and there. Know that it's going to be uncomfortable for a while, because any change is uncomfortable for a while. Even those hard conversations, they're uncomfortable, but when you make them, you get to start working towards something better. You know, there can be bargaining tools, you know, even like the green smoothies. People fight the green smoothies, but there's sometimes, I like the green smoothies because in my heart, the green smoothie to me is an all-natural energy boost. I'm not buying the $5 energy boost at the store, and I'm fueling my body with natural foods. I'm trying to be more natural because we have killed a lot of nature, and there are some studies that that's ultimately impacting our health also. So we have to make the decisions about what we're going to change to improve our life, our health, our world for ourselves and for the generations that come after us. And there's small things you can do. Know that at first it's going to be uncomfortable. Almost every day I fast until at least noon. That was very difficult at first. And it was difficult because I had in my head a running dialogue to myself that I just couldn't go without food. And DocV, bless his heart, he's a very honest man. He pointed out that those of us that became overweight enough that we needed to get surgery definitely weren't starving, and not eating until noon was not going to hurt any of us. And I guess that's what I would say today is there an area of your life where fear or complacency or being afraid of making a change or being uncertain how to get unstuck is stopping you? And if you can today, grab that thing. And again, we want to make small steps. Grab that one thing where you feel you're stuck, or that thing where you feel you're not being fueled for success. There's got to be one thing, but make it just one thing. Because if you take on too much all at once, you won't see success. And when you don't see success, you won't be able to continue going forward. There are small steps. I know I've listed thousands of them, and there are tools you can use to start recognize when you're succeeding. Try to spot an area in your life today where you've become complacent and accepted what you're doing because you're either fearful, you just don't want it. You're fearful, you're either not committed to the change, or you just don't know what the next step is. And if you've picked it, you can do YouTube research. If it's something weight loss related and I can help you with, reach out to me, join a group, buy a book. There's always going to be some tool that will take you just the next level. And through this time of pandemic, I've learned YouTube is limitless with information. So find that one little area where you've actually become complacent, and even though you know you need to change it, you're either afraid to change it, you're uncomfortable changing it, or you don't know what to do. And do some research so you can make the changes, so you can make your life better. You are your best advocate, because it all boils down to the only person who really cares. I know it sounds harsh, but the only person who can change what you need to change is you. There is a support group of people that will always reach their hand down to pull you up, but you have to make the change that is going to start the ball rolling so that you can have that life filled with everything that you want. Les Brown always says, you don't want that there's too many gifts in the graveyard, and that I don't want for you. I want you to achieve all of your gifts. So find that one spot, that one little complacent spot, that one area where you need to overcome something, or you need to do something that isn't comfortable, and just put that little step towards it today. You know, is it taking some artificial sweeteners out of your water? Is it maybe starting a garden? Is it maybe having a new recipe? Is it maybe a little learning or a little research? But I even know myself, I can see that I've developed patterns. I've improved my patterns in the past year, but I need to shake it up too. I need to sit down and go, where can I improve it? Because my weight loss is slow and steady, but I can tell that it's kind of narrowing down. So now it's time for me to shake it up. And for you guys, I want you to shake it up too, because it's time. Things are going to change, and we're all going to get back out there. And we want to get out there with our best selves, our best lives, our best energy, and experience all the adventures and make memories that will last our lifetime, our children's lifetime, the grandchildren's lifetime, because the things that we do today will be shared with the people that are left behind when we're no longer here. So today, find that area, that one spot where you're being complacent, and take one small step to making that change. It is uncomfortable, it can be fearful, or you may not know what to do, but there's always someone who's achieved it, and you can find that person that could mentor you, or you can read about it, or you can learn about it on YouTube, and you can level up today. So let's all come together and level up, and have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Oh, bye, Johnny. Bye, Johnny. Love you guys. Thank you.